Hello truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We are in Chicago, Illinois, and we are headed up to Maine. We're not going to get to Maine today. Hopefully we'll get to New York, and yeah, that's where we're going. Pretty much going to be on probably the I80, maybe switching over. No, I think it's I80 all the way through to New York at least. I think we're going to the south side of New York. Let's go ahead and just get out of town if I can. Not a good start to the morning. As you can see, the weather is not looking the greatest, but I think we'll be mostly on the interstate going on through. Made some pretty good cash overnight. Not too bad. We're up to 124,000. Again, you got it, buddy. There you go. Yeah, we're saving up money to buy another truck for the Little Rock, Arkansas garage. And then after that, it's back to purchasing a garage somewhere at some point. Who knows where? All right, let's get out to the interstate. Not too far from it. Let's try to cruise. Come on, light, turn green. You're not going to turn green, are you? Of course not. See how far we get today. So it's a Monday morning. This load needs to be there by the end of Tuesday. So yeah, by the time we get done today, we need the hours to be around like 10 hours or so left on the clock. So we'll see how far we get. I mean, I got 11 hours to drive today. It says it should take me 18 hours to get there. So it's looking good right now, getting to Maine in time. It's not a heavy load, in case you forgot. We're hauling a bucket for a Volvo. And as you can see, it doesn't even weigh 8,000 pounds. So not a heavy load at all. Wait, does GPS want me to turn here? Why does GPS show me like two red lines? That's kind of confusing. Did I just drive in a circle or something? Where are we at here? Yeah, why is that down here when I need to turn here? I'm not sure. But this is where we need to be going. Oh, I think I put a marker at the truck dealership. Was that a Peterbilt dealership? And we couldn't find the sleep trigger. Sleep trigger was there. I was around. There was a truck parked in a parking spot, and I was like, oh, that could be it. And I never got the sleep trigger, so we had to drive down and got to the motel, and we slept in the motel parking lot. I think I'd rather sleep in my truck at a motel than sleep at the motel itself. Well, I guess it all depends on the motel. There are nice motels out there. I don't want to make it sound like all motels are utter trash or something, where I'd rather sleep in a truck. So the sun should come up, as we know, somewhere around 7:30. I gotta get around this truck because I cannot see what's going on up here. Got a few trucks, actually, we got to get around. I did fuel up, right? Yes, we did get fuel at the end of the last day, so that's good. We are good to go. So it was snowing when I went to bed. And it's still snowing as we woke up. Now, of course, who knows what happened in the middle of the night because I'm sleeping. But I'm going to guess it snowed all night. Only 30 miles an hour through here. We need to get through Chicago and get on the interstate so we can start chucking down the miles. Yeah, no, I do need to turn and burn and kind of get back on, at least off the coast-to-coast map, so get ready for the Valentine's Day event. which will probably start while we're in Maine or leaving Maine. Why is it still only 30 miles an hour through here? Looks like we should be really... I can't really say burning rubber while there's snow on the ground, can I? Still only 30 miles an hour through here? Need to get out of the city limits. I mean, part of me just says, just go, because there's no traffic around you. Alright, speed limit starting to pick up. Oh, what do we got here? Is this just a left-hand turn I'm coming up to? It's here somewhere. Here it is. It's kind of hard to tell where the roads are because the snow mask that's on the ground sometimes doesn't really line up to where the road lane actually is. So I'm going to try our best. Luckily the roads actually do have rumble strips in them, so I go too far to the right, it's pretty much telling me like, you know, you may want to get back over. See if I can find it over here. There it is, right there. So it looks like the snow mask on the road is where it should be. Alright, hello Indiana, how you doing? And there's 7 o'clock in the morning, so the sun should be... Well, the sun is rising, but of course, with this weather, it's just going to get a little bit brighter, but not... You know what I'm talking about. You know how weather works. It gets brighter, but the clouds are still up there. That truck slowed down quite a bit. Speed limit 65, so I'll do 68. How about that? And I'll stay in this left-hand lane, I think. You don't come all the way over. 80 eastbound. That's where I need to be going. And the turn is here somewhere. There it is. Wow. And the thing is, with not much background, it's hard to get your depth of field when you got nothing but snow everywhere. Still 65 miles an hour going through Indiana, so we'll resume the cruise control at 68. And probably by the time we do get to Maine, we'll have enough money to buy ourselves another truck for the Little Rock, Arkansas garage. And maybe we'll start saving up money so whenever the next state comes out, we'll buy a garage in the new state. Won't have a truck to put in there right away, but we can start saving up for one. Or, as I said, we can start buying, maybe not buy more garages and trucks, but we could maybe start buying like trailers. Maybe buy another cistern tanker, because we can see how much money Paul brings in when he's been hogging that cistern tanker since day one. I put it in that garage. And he does make some pretty good money hauling that thing around. I guess in some ways having the snow today isn't all that bad because you can kind of see the backdrop, the background is there's nothing there. So not be able to see too far, I guess. It's not going to be that crucial going through here. I think someone did leave a comment as to there are parts of like the coast to coast map where people have done over. But I don't want to start getting add-ons to the map, so just every time the updates come out, you got to update the add-on to the... it just starts to get to be maybe a little bit too much. I remember someone talking a long time ago, and they were saying they were going to do something from the Northeast, and that's maybe the person that did it. I'm not sure. But I know there are parts of New York that are done over because we've been through New York and seen some pretty good scenery, and hopefully we'll see some maybe today when we get that far. Of course, we got to get through Ohio and Pennsylvania before we get to New York. Currently, we're in Indiana. All right, everyone's just slowing way down. 40 miles an hour. I know it's snowing like heck, and it looks like a blizzard out there. Been watching a few vids before I came on here. When I say videos, like YouTube shorts and such. And right now in the U.S., or most recently, a lot of the winter storms have been going further south. Some people down there haven't seen snow in that area in decades. And they're showing cars just like sliding off the road here and there in the snow. And you get some people that make vids and, yeah, they're kind of saying, this is why you don't buy this type of car. They're not good in snow. And I almost wanted to tell them, it's not the car, it's the tires that you have on the vehicle that make a huge difference. Most people know that. But some people see like, oh, it's a truck. Why can't you get good grip in the snow? I thought trucks were good in the snow. Well, if you got the wrong tires on, it doesn't help out at all. And you can't fault people down in the south where they haven't had snow for decades to have snow tires on their truck. Actually, probably maybe some trucks down there may not even have four-wheel drive. Unless they live in a muddy area, then they would need four-wheel drive. But yeah, I just thought of that when I started thinking about us driving here in the snow. But here we're not running, I'm not running the mod that gives the roads being more slick all the time because there's snow in it. Can't remember if it was last year or the year before I ran that mod, and it just made driving around that much more treacherous. And since the game doesn't know you're running a mod that makes the road slippery, it's not like they're giving you added more time to get to destinations. So getting to your destination on time could be a little tricky. And I'm already kind of cutting off 3 hours of my driving time a day as far as the game is concerned. In case you didn't know, if you're running with a sleep trigger on, the game will let you drive for 14 straight hours, and then you sleep for 10, if you maximize everything. So yeah, you can drive for 14, sleep for 10, that's your 24-hour cycle. When it does snow like this, I'm staying completely focused on just the vehicles in front of me. Making sure, I'm not looking actually at the car in front of me, I'm looking at the second car in front to see if they start slowing down. So, yeah, as I said, we're not going to get to Maine today, but when we eventually do get up to Maine, I think it must be Portland, right? Yeah, Portland is where we're going. When we turn around and come back, we'll try taking a different route. We won't try to take the I80 on the way back. But leaving Maine, for the first few hours, it will be the same road coming on back. At least we got some trees up ahead. That's promising. That's just our loan payment. The loan payment, in some ways, is kind of nice for me, because as I drive and I hear that, it's like, oh, it must be somewhere around 10 o'clock in the morning now. I just looked down. We have 100. We're up to 150,000. I've been so focused on just watching the traffic in front of me. I've been watching at all how much money that our truckers have been bringing in. We're up to 150,000. That's after our loan payment has already been made. Our drivers are just really bringing in the dough. Oh, I see what's going on here. So the car in the right-hand lane, that's a cop car. No one wants to pass the cop car. I will. Just give me the opportunity. Oh, looks like the sky might be opening up a little bit, so maybe the snow is going to disappear. Well, I don't mean on the ground, but as for the falling from the sky. Yeah, there we go. Now it's getting a little bit quieter. There we go. Now everyone's going to pick up the pace. Including us. Well, at least we got trees on the side of the road. That's something. I just want to kind of break free of this traffic. Seems like we've been around the same cars for the past 10 minutes. Wouldn't mind to get back over in the right-hand lane either. Of course, the second I do, that's when I'll get behind slower traffic. All right, speed limit 75. I'll get away with 77. Of course, I'll have cars coming on the interstate. Just go, and we're fine. You're way ahead of me, so we're good. I may have missed the Welcome to Ohio sign during that brief little blizzard we were driving through. And also, we'll have to see about the Valentine's Day event. I kind of forgot what that one is. It's not like the Christmas event Or at least it hasn't been in the past where we go to a Winterland. We're not going to go to a Loveland for Valentine's Day. I may get some of those done on my other profile, or may do them all on my other profile. Off camera, that is. At least one of my other profiles. I got like 5 profiles or something like that. But really, the only 2 I use is this one here, of course, and I guess I call the other one just my old main profile. And I had a couple of others I used to test stuff on. Now, of course, the only downside about being on the interstate all day, at least maybe for you guys, is the time goes by a lot quicker, so the videos are going to be shorter than... Most of the time they're like 45 minutes to an hour. But when they're on the interstate like this, the time's going to go by relatively quickly, which means 5 o'clock is going to get here pretty quick. Wait until after this interchange before I get on over to the right-hand lane. I don't see any traffic approaching, so I'll scooch over. Middle lane will be good. I thought they said that my income was 150, but now I'm down to 142. I must have read that wrong. Maybe it said 130. I don't know anymore. But we got some solar panels off to our left. Where else have I seen that before? I have no idea. Well, if anyone knows where those solar panels... I've seen them somewhere else, I think. Maybe it was here, I don't know. But according to the GPS... I guess I've never been to this part of the road before, because it's turning yellow as we go. I'm not sure how the snow mask works on the road, because as you saw when I went over the interchange, the tire marks on the road were nowhere near where our line looked like it should have been. But I'm kind of getting used to it a little bit. Pennsylvania, so yeah, we did enter Ohio a while back and I missed the sign. Maybe you caught it, but I sure as did not. Speed limit's only 70 through here. So let's tone it down to 73. Time-wise, we're looking good. Because it would be nice the next day when we do get to Maine that we leave enough hours so we can turn and burn out of Portland. Because that lane, sorry dude, did not know that lane merged into this one. I did not see the road sign that showed that. I tend to be missing signs today. I don't want to be tailgating this guy. Freak him out when a trucker tailgates a car like that, right? Yeah, we're making some pretty good time, I think. So it looks like by the time we end our day here in about 3.5 hours, that'll leave us 7 hours the next day to get to Portland out of the 11. Sounds good. Of course, now that I'm calculating all that in my head, this is where we'll run to a detour somewhere, and a detour up here in the Northeast would really not work because there's few and the roads are few and far between. It'd be a long drive around to get around the incident or road blockage. Got some pretty tall trees around here compared to what we've been seeing. And every time I look in my mirror, I keep looking back there, is like, is the trailer still back there? The trailer sits so low, and it's just a bucket that we got on there. The only way I can really tell by looking real quick is I just see a little bit of red back there, which is all I need to see. Because I don't have any red on my truck. Except for the Kenworth emblem, that's about it. In a little while, I'll have to tap Cindy on the shoulder and wake her up to let her know that she's got to find a rest area. Didn't look, but I'm guessing we're going through the big cities like Philadelphia, New York City, then up I-95 to Portland, Maine. I guess that's what they're going to do with us. But really, when I see scenery like this driving on the interstate, it reminds me of the interstate, which we do actually have one of those in Vermont, but this is what it's like going up the interstate in Vermont. Just a lot of tall evergreen trees everywhere, for the most part. An occasional deer running across the road. I'm happy just to cruise over in this left-hand lane. No cars to the right. Doesn't seem to be that many cars behind us altogether. Now, I did say, I think, in last week's episode that I would like to get to New York in this in-game day, so we'll see if we do. Actually, Philadelphia would be... No. No, wait. Would I be going through Philadelphia? Possibly. That hum of the motor could probably put most truckers to sleep sometimes, I would think. It is 3 o'clock. Let's go ahead and let's see where we can be in 2 hours. No, we're too far north for Philly. But we'll be going through New York. So there is one here, but I'm guessing that's probably more than 2 hours. That's an hour and a half. And looking at where the next rest area would be, it's definitely going to be too far. That's going to be way too far. So 2 hours left on the clock, hour and a half to the current one. This one would be way too far. So I think that's where we'll be stopping at. That's on the east side of Pennsylvania, north of Philadelphia. That is where we are headed to. And hopefully we can find the rest area when I get there. Or the sleep trigger. We'll find the rest area. It's the sleep trigger that might be a little bit of a problem. Oh, we got some... well, there's some road construction there. But whenever you see the purple like you see between the roads... Yeah, that's some graphical issues. That's not up to date with ATS. So I got a little purple snow to look at. At least it's not yellow. I think I do remember going through this section before. Not on this profile, but I'm guessing my other profile. So I do remember this construction zone being here. Well, I say a construction zone, it was way back further, as you may have seen. But it's looking pretty good at getting to Portland on time with no problem. I mean, we got 450 miles to go. We got all day on Tuesday to get there. It says another 8 hours it would take me to get there. So that'd be what? If we were to stop now, that would put us like at what, 2 o'clock in the afternoon when we would get there. I think I need to be over just a little bit. Follow the car in front of me. I'm guessing the next exit is what I'm going to need. So I'm going to scooch over. Yep, that looks like our rest area. Always forgetting 8,000 pounds behind you. I kind of stop on a dime. Well, we got a donut shop. We got Ray's Burgers. Well, Cindy, we got options. $3.97 for diesel in eastern Pennsylvania. Also got a pizza place we can go to. Garden of Eden. There's a barber shop if you want to drop. I don't think she's happy with a barber shop. Alright, let's see if I can find some place to actually park this thing in a rest area. Can I grab this one so no one parks to the left side of me? Ding. Oh, that's a good sign. Alright, press the following key to rest. So we're actually in a rest area, which is nice. I don't have to drive around and find another one. So yeah, we're at 144,000. I do want to just double check though. I do actually have another spot in that garage, right? I should have. Yes, 4 or 5. 4 or 5. Someone did ask, I know it's in a older video, if you are watching the newer ones, why do I not upgrade the Salt Lake City garage? Because to upgrade this garage, which is 1 of 1, that's our starter garage, to upgrade that to 1 of 3, to a small garage, is the same amount as it would be if I were to buy a new small garage. I might as well buy a new small garage because it would be 0-3 because my truck is in that one. So I'd rather just buy another garage and have 3 spots rather than upgrade and have 2 spots. I'm pretty sure that must make sense. That's why it's a tiny garage. But anyways, not a bad day today. We are up to 144,000. So maybe like I said, by the time we get to Portland, might be able to get ourselves the 5th truck in Little Rock and then start saving up again for, like I said, either buying a garage or maybe start buying some tankers. But the tankers are just as much as a garage, basically. So, but those trailers do definitely help us bring in more cash. Anyways, like I said, we're in eastern Pennsylvania. Maybe I'll show the map for the people who don't know exactly where we're going. So we were over here to start the day. We were over here in Chicago. And we just drove right along I80 and we made it right to here. And now we just got to get up to Portland. And like I said, when we get to Portland, we got to take the same road out. But as you can see, that's pretty much it. So it's either when I come back down, I could take I90. Then that brings us right back down to I80. But maybe we'll come down and what is that, the I70? Wait, 78 or 76? 78. Yeah, maybe we'll take 76 back. But I mean, first we got to get it to Portland and get a load and see where the load's going. That would pretty much determine where we're going to be. But anyways, yeah, just cruising along the interstate today. Snowy to start the day, but a beautiful day to end. And time for me and Cindy to get out and stretch our legs. Maybe just run around the parking lot here. 4 laps is a mile. That seems about right around here. But anyways, if you're still here after all my rambling here at the end, I appreciate it. Hitting the thumbs up at the bottom of the screen will help me out more than you know. Thumbs down button is there as well. You can hit that if you didn't like what you saw. But if you do hit the thumbs down button, let me know as to why, so maybe I can make the next video a little bit better for you. And if you're new here, might want to hit that subscribe or notification bell so you don't miss out on more content like this. But that will wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with realistic economy. But until then, have a good one.